going to be making takoyaki. We are going to be using mirin, light soy sauce, octopus, dashi broth, 2 eggs, okonomiyaki sauce, mayonnaise, bonito flakes, tempura bits, cabbage, and flour. What's going to be essential for this cooking is the takoyaki key. To begin with, crack 2 eggs into a large-sized bowl, avoiding to leave any shells of the egg.
Damn, why it flat like this? Lil Pump.
Then, whisk the eggs until the mix is completely yellow.
Trapper of the century. Hey. Damn, why it flat like this? Damn, why it flat like this?
In order to make the dashi broth, you will first need to measure 400 milliliters of water using a measuring cup and pouring it into a pan. Then, submerge the dashi broth package into the water. Turn the fire on to medium heat and wait for the water to reach boiling temperature, as this will be the sign to turn off the heat. Without a lid or anything, we have reached the boiling temperature. As the broth boils, use any utensil you would like to stir the broth with. Lastly, turn off the heat after you see that the color of the broth has changed to clear gold. Next, add the broth to the eggs. Then, measure out 100 grams of flour using a digital scale. But don't forget to tare your scale before you add the flour.
Johnny Dang on my wrist. Johnny Dang on my wrist. Lil Pump.
After scaling the flour, add it along with the eggs and the broth and mix well.
Bricks. Lil Pump got them bricks. I just broke my wrist.
Then, using half a measuring spoon, add light soy sauce and mirin.
I just broke my wrist. I just broke my wrist. Ooh, I just broke my wrist.
Lastly, for the batter, mix well until the batter becomes nice and smooth.
Ooh, I just broke my wrist. Ooh, I just broke my wrist. Ooh.
You want to cut the octopus to small dice size.
Proceedingly, slice up the cabbage by cutting a whole cabbage in half first. Then, work your way through the cabbage and cut the cabbage into small pieces.
Lil Pump got them bricks. I just broke my wrist. I just broke my wrist. I just broke my wrist. Ooh, I just broke my wrist. Ooh, I just broke my wrist. Ooh, I just.
Set the takoyaki pan to 200 degrees. When the pan is heated, apply oil to the pan using a tissue like shown. Also, make sure none of the holes have puddles of oil in them, and use a tissue to spread the oil across the pan. For the final preparation, pour the takoyaki batter into the hole up to the brim. It is okay if the holes overflow, and is rather better to have more than less, for you will be using the excess to make the takoyaki balls into better shape. Then, drop 1 or 2 octopus bits into each hole. Next, sprinkle the shredded cabbage and tempura bits over the pan and make sure you fill each hole with ingredients. When you leave the pan without disturbance, you will realize the batter will begin to harden like an undercooked pancake. When you see this, Start to put the excess batter around the hole into the hole itself, which will again better the shape of the takoyaki balls. As you are filling each hole, you will begin to see that the batter is getting cooked, and when it reaches a golden brownish color, place the tip of the takoyaki skewer to the bottom of the hole and twirl it around tracing the circumference of the hole. Make sure to keep the uncooked side on the bottom so the uncooked batter will form its ball shape while it maintains its undercooked form. When both sides are cooked, it will be easier to flip around the ball. A tip to make the takoyaki balls into a better spherical shape is to continuously poke the ball around so the pan itself will do the job of keeping the shape. Lastly, pierce through the harder part of the ball with a skewer and place it on a plate. For finishing touches, spread the okonomiyaki sauce, Japanese mayonnaise, and sprinkle the bonito flakes over the takoyaki balls. And there you have it, your classic Japanese takoyaki. Maybe a little more sauce.